Hey everybody, we are back. We're gonna be doing some little bit of Warframe today. Jacob's kind of hanging with me for the moment. Don't know how long he's gonna be around, but yeah, yeah. Let me get my actual thing up because we're. Oh, give it a second. There she goes. Jacob, have you played Warframe at all? Oh, jeez.
Define play. If you mean by play, if I played it enough to get an idea of like all the game's mechanics, then no. But played enough to where I got a general idea that I wouldn't necessarily love to play this game. Yes, I have tried it.
Okay, okay.
I, I put it through the initial phase of any game I try where I'm like, okay, let's play the tutorial, let's play like kind of the first few missions to get a feel for it, and then play like into the story and see if the story's interesting. And I just was like, I think partway through the beginning, I was just like, I'm not really.
Fair,
I
fair,
mean, I
fair.
had fun. I had fun for a bit. I was playing
How
Persona
long
4
ago did you play? Just out of curiosity.
back before I got this PC. I played on
That's fair.
PS4
Yeah,
for a
yeah, yeah.
bit. It was free, so I tried it, and I remember I put on some Persona 5 music, just playing, just like going around, and it was fun for a bit, just going around slashing people, just like I was infiltrating a base or something. It was pretty cool, but then
Mm-hmm.
I slowly like kind of lost interest. It was like, oh, it's kind of repetitive, and
It
there's
can be. It can be a little bit repetitive. It is.
not
It
enough
is.
interesting things are happening to my brain's firing.
Now that said, once you do get further in, it does get better, better. You get a lot more cool stuff going on, but no judgment. I don't know if you intend on watching any of the actual stream, but feel free to take a look and see my. Oh, there we go. There's some lag. Oh, lag in the morning. We've still got a little bit of connectivity stuff going on with the weather and such. Let me see here. Actually, what? Oh, I know what I can do. I'm dumb. I keep forgetting that I have this as an option, is to just turn down the graphics a bit and free up the card. I promise we're going to be getting a better computer probably this year for me. And once that happens, it'll be way better. I won't have to worry about it.
Problems will decrease as hardware increases. I think Nico said that he's getting he wants to get a better computer for Monster Hunter Wilds or whatever, and I'm like, is it that demanding of a game? And then
I don't
like a brand
know
new game.
much of anything about Monster Hunter Wilds.
Rez said that he had to put it on basically everything close to low in order to get it to run good on his computer, and I'm like, oh,
Ah,
good.
ah, ah.
I remember
That'll do it.
I bought Metaphor, and it runs okay at like medium settings, but I wanted to make sure it was running at 60 FPS at least, so I have it on low. Some areas do go kind of slow, but that game's not really pushing my computer like I guess an open world game would.
I don't think this should be too bad. I mean, it might. I don't think it'll affect any of the video quality, honestly. Okay. Oh no, this is not what I want to do. I want to be on my. Nope, not you. Can't pull out the right thing today. Okay, how do I attack people on this thing? There's got to be a.
I want to attack to kill people. How do I kill?
Well, it's. I may have to just. Jeez, well, I just lagged right into that. My goodness. Okay, that's not gonna be a thing that I can do, apparently. Let's try something else. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know. It's been like my internet's been kind of wonky lately. It's been a little Which it is overcast today again, so satellites and water.
Dang satellites don't want to go through gaseous
In
water.
fairness, like our family has like tried to convince them to come out like to this area because we all live kind of close to each other, and we've tried a few times to get them to like come out and
the gaslighting you being like, no, it should be good there. It's like it's not.
Well, it's literally like a road away from us, and they're just like, well, we just can't validate the expense, and then we offered to pay for it, and they were like, well, it'll be like an inordinate amount of money, like.
Cool. Is that to pay the people coming, or the equipment being used?
To pay the gods for the internet.
Oh, okay. I mean, really, internet's an eldritch beast that is run on soul power. So what do I know?
Okay, so that's how it works.
The souls of innocence must be sacrificed every year to make sure the internet still works.
Well, that's how the routers go. I mean, that's how you power a router.
Wi-Fi is a unknowable entity. I don't know what this is, but it's magical.
There we go. Okay. All right. Now I can do some damage. As much as I would love to blow that ship up, I need to.
Oh, you get me started with Bluetooth. How does that stuff work?
How does Bluetooth even work, man?
Batteries. How do those work? I know how batteries work. That's one thing I do know how. I do know how batteries work.
I do know how batteries work.
I made my own batteries, in fact, for a car in college, for like a little car. It was very strange, but I did it.
So tell me how do batteries work? Like, what's all the science behind it, Jacob?
To put it simply, electrons go whooshy whooshy, and then it makes things go. It shakes things up a little bit.
Hey, Fies. Jacob, me and Jacob were actually just talking about what is it? What's the name of it?
Corduroid, I think is what it's called.
Corduroid?
No, that's
game.
pants.
The game. We were talking about the game, and Jacob said he definitely has an interest in it. So
it looks like Persona, and I'm like, oh, I like Persona. It's got characters, and it's got a cool little battle system. It has it's actually like a rhythm game, and not just like a music. Timmy Chang was the person who.
Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat, but also, actually, you work chat, Jacob. I'm gaming.
I'm also playing Stardew. So what do you want me to do? I'm also playing a game.
Get your phone out and watch the chat. Assist me, Jacob. Help me help you. Help the channel.
No. Why'd you send me a reel?
Oh yeah. No, you should watch that later. You should watch that.
It was for real.
It's pretty hilarious.
Okay. Does it involve cats?
No. For once, it does not.
I'm not interested.
Generally, I do send Jacob. Jacob is like one of the only people that I send stuff from Facebook on because we're together on the Facebooks. And
I exist on Facebook.
Nobody else in the group is. Exactly. Like yeah. It's not like we're on it a lot, but like when I do see a funny thing on there, sending it over Discord for some reason always makes it wonky and like.
Oh yeah.
Stuff. So I really only send them to Jacob and just little sillies.
He's saying Muffet's not owned by either Toby Fox or Timmy, so that's why they're not in Deltarune, because it's like a fan. It's like not a fan. I think it's like somebody else designed it, designed Muffet. That explains why she's not that integral to the plot, really. She's just a side character.
So what is Muffet? What is
the spider?
Oh, I got.
I mean, she hasn't made an appearance yet. She might be, but that's why that's why she's not there yet. They may ask for the rights for it or whatever, and then put Muffet back in the. But I mean, Muffet was always like the midpoint side boss, y'all. Like she wasn't really involved in anything except that. So She was part of the Spiders quest near the beginning, but she never was like too important of a character.
Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet. Hey, she had like a story that went through the whole game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Her arc was the whole game.
The spiders in the ruins.
I'm a witch on a surfboard shooting spells with my book. Yes. Warframe.
Witch. I'm just a witch. I'm just a little boy,
and life is a nightmare. It's pronounced witches, sir.
I'm just a kid. Kid witch.
So, what I will actually be doing on the frame today is the real purpose that I got on. Is I'm going to run dailies and kind of show people, like, a couple of the mission things. Like, I've been kind of showing how, like, the dailies work and everything. Just kind of things that people get overwhelmed with by Warframe, you know.
I killed a lot of grubs and got money for it. Thank you. Thank you, Clint. I killed a lot of bugs.
Using that K word hard, man. Using that K
word. I climbed a tower and killing bugs.
Killing the bugs. The bugs are back.
The bugs are gone. I've killed them. They're all dead.
In 8 hours, I get new Nightwave, which I thought that was going to swap over today, but I was my schedule was wrong.
I gotta go kill fire slimes in the depths of the mines. Find them. Where are they?
Okay, let's run over to Holvania first. Let's just start at the new stuff and work our way back.
I thought Nico might like this game because it does have combat in it, but it's
welcome everybody.
Kind of rudimentary. It's basically like, you know how old Zelda games are with the whole like flashing upwards, downwards, sideways, or whatever, and you knock enemies back, and then, yeah, it's that, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like a full combat game more than it is like it has combat.
So what you trying to do after this?
And that is,
Stardew.
Stardew.
Valley.
Okay, that's your Stardews.
It is.
Did I hit the wrong button? I hit the wrong button. Curses.
So, hello again.
So this is Arthur. He's one of the proto frames. And I need to get a chunk of money today.
Anything you need?
Hello, Super.
No, I'm Super. Who is this person?
What?
I'm the only Super here.
But that is my name.
Points thumb to chest. I am Super, Jacob. Super Siege.
Super
Only
Siege.
Only I can be Super.
Siege Super.
Super Vegeta.
Clem. See, I feel like if you got into the Clem part of the community, you would understand the love of Warframe. Clem.
Hey, brother Clem. What is it, brother Mitch?
I do need to make a new thumbnail because I've been using the same thumbnail for like the past 4 streams.
Do what I do and flip it.
No, I know that that's an option, but
or like do
I've been
upside
super
down.
lazy. I haven't. Oh! I went over the globe.
When I'm lazy, I just go into the thing and I take a character and flip them. I do a funny pose or give them sunglasses, and I'm like, there we go, new thumbnail. There we go.
Everybody's already up here without me, and there's nobody
like
to get.
YouTube would like
Their
this.
Efron charges. Oh! Slight seizure for the screen for a moment.
I hear the slime. Just time to report my killing. Mayor,
So what are you doing in your game, Jacob?
I was mining and killing things, and now I'm going to report my findings to the mayor. He's going to reward me with money. He's like, good job, you protected the people of Pelican Town here.
Somebody's got something showing where the targets are. But those are way too far back.
I was thinking of streaming Stardew Valley at one point, but I don't know. It's a good like stream game if you want to like answer questions or something, or like a Q&A. But like I don't know if it's a good streaming game because it's kind of a long game.
Sir, I am streaming Warframe right now.
Yeah, that's a problem I have with like streaming long games. Is like how long do you just keep streaming it until you get tired of it?
Yeah, I just keep going until it.
I gotta have a goal with games, or else I feel like I'm streaming like nonstop, and it's weird. My brain doesn't like it when there's no goal.
Oh, there's a goal. I just have like 100 goals going on at all the times.
I guess I meant like not really not a goal, but like.
See, he said he's super guy.
Oh.
Not super seed, so you're good. You're good.
Well, I'm a guy who is super. So you.
So.
The logistics do not work out.
Clem looks a lot like a Grenadier Lancer. Yeah.
I
like Clem. I love the. I was just telling Jacob about how I think he would. He's done a little bit of Warframe, but he hasn't done too much. And I was telling him I think that if he ever got to like doing the call missions and stuff, it would getting to the sillier parts of Warframe and not like the super serious. Oh, I'm in the wrong room.
I was saying that like it's not that I can't stream like I can't do like calm streams. I think a part of me just likes it more when I do short games. Like I can get in, get out, and be like, okay, that's done.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not obligated to stream that game anymore because I've done everything in the game or whatever. Stardew, if I was gonna do Stardew, I feel like I have to like start from the beginning and work my way.
There are not many games that I can do this kind of stuff with as well.
Same with like long RPGs like Tales. Like one day I might be able to stream a Tales game if I like know the game backward and forward and can get through it pretty fast. Maybe I can stream a Tales game, but like they're way too long for like blind streams or whatever. And I feel like I want to like a more personal experience at that point. I guess you want to dig into it yourself and be like, "What's this?"
I do. Warframe is probably one of the only ones that I will do all the stuff that I like. And it's because I enjoy it. And I guess if there was another game like Warframe, and there have been a lot of come out over the years, but to keep up with all of them, and we've tried a few of them on the channel, and I can never really keep much of an interest. Zach will play them and stuff, but I just meh. I kind of Warframe is about the only one that I really do like.
Now the only exception to that rule I just said is probably Dragon Ball stuff, because I can.
He said you're acting like a super monkey, Jacob.
I am monkey. What does that mean?
Monkey?
What is that coded? I don't know what that means. Is that a code word? Is that a good thing? Is monkey good?
Yes, I think. Maybe.
Monkeys
here.
are generally seen as good or stupid, so I'm either good or stupid.
Whoa, hey. That's your cousin. Calm down.
Very distant. Very distant cousin.
That ain't my cousin.
Back when we had tails. When we were like,
I always like to think about like the vestigial things that we've gotten rid of and stuff over the years. That's always pretty cool to me. Like
our third leg. We missed that boy.
The tail, and then I think I've said it before. My interest in like the idea of mammals leaving the ocean and then going back in and being like, you know what? No, it ain't worth it up here.
You know, I'm thinking about the fact that
I'm gonna go live
water.
somewhere where I have to hold my breath 90% of the day.
Thinking about it logistically, deciding to settle somewhere where like the surface of the world is mostly covered in water, deciding to live on the one place that's not water, probably not a good idea, especially like we're gonna keep propagating like this. Probably not a great idea.
I didn't even realize
maybe time to return to the ocean.
Might be time to go back, guys. I think it's time.
I think it's about time. I mean, we probably can't now. We've already screwed it up too much. It's already too polluted.
No. Whales came from these little dog-looking dudes. I used to have the pictures. It's basically like pre-seals kind of deal.
They are very cute, and I love them.
Yeah.
Take them away. Too bad they're already
Seals are pretty adorable. The dogs of the what is happening? I'm stuck. Oh gosh. Okay. It's sad that you're not supposed to go up to do a lot of sea wildlife because the danger is them wanting to go get closer and be around people and then getting injured by boats and stuff, and it's just always been sad to me because I'm like, they're so adorable, little seal boys.
What? They'll get hurt or they'll hurt you?
The animals, they'll get hurt. Like that.
Oh,
That's why. That's one of the big things with sea lions. Like sea lions, they'll go up and they'll just like float on the surface and get chopped up by
these poor animals.
engines going over.
They are too dumb to look out for their own self-interest.
I don't know if it's dumb. I mean, imagine someone like
that video
from another dimension explaining something to you and just being like, "This is just how it works."
Like those birds flying into that like seed processor thing, and they just fall into the. They just keep doing it. They don't stop.
They just keep going in, man. They just keep.
This is heaven for me. Look at all the seed around
Look
here.
at all the seed, bro.
What happened to Kevin?
I can eat all day.
I'm pretty sure people say they were dying. I'm pretty sure they were just like, it was like one of those things that like pours seed from one place to another, so they're just falling into the seed.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't know how well that is for like in terms of cleanliness. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't let birds just fall in your seed.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Birds can 100% control their bowels. Fun fact.
Yeah, no, it's fine. They don't carry any kind of bad thing in their poop or on them.
Penguins are awesome.
I love penguins. What's your favorite bird? Penguins? Wrong. You are the pluckiest duck.
You are the pluckiest duck.
You'll be like the bird and the bee. The B stands for
Probot.
What is happening? I don't know, but I hate it.
I don't know, but I hate it.
No Robo. Don't judge our romance.
There are fish birds, yes, the ones that'll sit there and they'll like jump out and they'll fly for certain distances. There are also these things called snakeheads, and they're the thing of nightmares. Basically, like, imagine an eel with like tiny little flippers that they have developed to use as almost like legs, but not completely. And those dudes can live out of water for like long periods, and they have like super sharp teeth that like they'll bite through boots and stuff. There used to be like, and I know it sounds kind of silly, but like when I lived in Delaware and we were in the military, like they literally like the state of Delaware had like bounties out for like if you went out, or no, it wasn't Delaware, it was Maryland. It was the state next to us. They had bounties out for like going out and hunting these things down and bringing them in because they're an invasive species. I was just like, that's horrifying. Just nightmare fish.
There's also birds that are called shrikes. You know what shrikes are?
Elaborate.
They are birds that can use tools. They have learned how to use the sharp parts of tree branches and whatnot, and like different thorns to stab their prey and to.
Good.
They'll carry them off, and they'll carry off like little animals and stuff, and they'll just like put them on like sharp sticks or sharp like like briars or whatever, and just like penetrate, like stab into them, and then eat them off the thing while they're being shish kebabbed.
This is turning into a really interesting live stream, guys.
And then the bird will proceed to wipe its ass on the protruders that they just used to stab a thing. I don't know why.
So do they wipe their bum on it before? Is it like, do they understand poison? Are they?
Probably, but they probably do it after. But down now.
See, if they're doing that, then I've got to ask if they're refrigerating. Like,
but I don't know if any shrikes like accidentally use one of the ones
where
somebody
are
already
these
on.
where are these birds based? Like, where are they?
Let me see.
Fun fact that y'all might not know about me: I am probably like, and I don't want to say that I hate birds, but I find them absolutely disgusting. Like I'm not even a
first
fan of
picture
chicken.
The first picture of a shrike is literally just like an animal stabbed upon a tree branch.
Ah, good.
Like first thing, that's called the butcher bird. Let's see where it is. Location.
Jacob's got me distracted over here with this.
North America, Eurasia, and Africa.
Ah, good. They're here. They're here. Whoa! Don't like that.
The loggerhead shrike is found in southern Canada to southern Mexico. Common in open country. Rare in northeast and upper Midwest. Most abundant along the Gulf Coast of eastern Texas and Louisiana. Okay.
Wow.
They decline by 80% population since 1966. Okay, so we're killing these things.
Yeah, because people are like, no, I don't like birds. It's
I don't like birds that are serial killers. I don't like that.
That's just.
They
Oh
breed
man.
in North America and come as far as south as the U.S. northern U.S. for winter. So they're not in our region, but they are in America.
Oh my lord,
Canada.
I'm stuck. I swear I'm trying to leave, guys. I swear.
Shrike.
Oh, I hear to.
Let me look up the whole poop thing if I was right about it. I heard that somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, is that true?" Did they wouldn't call it poop.
Well, see, I don't doubt it, but the only thing that I do know about like birds is they do not have like a. Most birds. I'm assuming there are probably some that have it, but I'm not sure. I haven't really looked that much. They do not have like an actual sphincter, so like they can't stop themselves from going to the bathroom. So all these people who are on like TikTok and stuff that have their birds in there, like their ducks just walking around their house, unless that thing is in a diaper, it's going constantly, man. Like they can't even control it. It's not even like a thought. They're walking around and then they go and they just keep walking. It's not even a. I don't have opinions. There we go.
They also. Okay, the AI just gave me. I don't want to trust the AI yet.
Uh-oh.
The AI was like, they also impale the fecal sacs of their nestlings, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So so their nestlings, they.
The AI might be just tweaking right now.
So yeah, we just. It's kind of like an Adam and Jacob podcast when we're. I'm pretty good at like doing things and describing Warframe on my own when I'm in here, but when I'm with Jacob, our stories just have a tendency to get pretty wild. Yeah. Welcome to the stream.
I'm not one for small talk. Let's get into the weeds. Let's get into the weeds of discussion. Get into the hard topics, the hard hitting topics.
We've had a few good debates over the years.
The Impaler.
That is terrifying though. Those what's some more terrifying animals?
I mean, dolphins are not the best, but they're
Dolphins are terrible.
I wouldn't call them terrifying. More just terrible.
Yeah, they're
It's not
terrible.
very
They
good.
are a horrible species. Like
I wouldn't shake my boots if I saw a dolphin coming towards me. I'd just be like, "Oh, a dolphin."
I mean, they're cool. Like, I've been on a boat, and I've watched them doing the whole jumping thing in front of the boat, and that's cool. But, like, those guys are sadistic.
They put on a good show, but towards their own kind especially, they are very sadistic.
Have I ever used Clem Spectres? I've actually got Spectres. I don't... Very, very, very rarely do I actually use Spectres in-game. It's just not much of... I guess a concern at this point. I'm probably going to use some Stalker ones or some Hunter ones when I get into, like, the Steel Path some more. Like, I'm in Steel Path, but, like, when I get into, like, some harder leveled stuff, I'll probably end up using, like, some Stalker ones or something like that.
Where did you get the fecal sack from, AI? Tell me the source for the fecal sack.
Where is
You
your
need to know.
source?
They impale the fecal sacks of their nestlings. Okay, what is that? Where'd you get that from?
So what I'm assuming
Loggerhead
that
strike?
means is that they literally like when they're
It
in the
says-
nest, they're competitive in the nest.
Yeah.
And
Well, they said they don't just drop the fecal sacks of their nestlings; they impale them. So I guess they means like they don't just.
but what does it mean? Sacks.
I don't know.
What is
Okay, it's
You
a
know-
behavior that seems to be deeply ingrained as even non-food items get impaled. Most songbirds, for example, will dispose of the fecal sacks, yes, their poop, of nestlings, by dropping them on somewhere away from the nest. Shrikes will impale the fecal sack.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
their fecal sack. Their literal.
So
like,
they
their
have
poop.
they have bathrooms?
I
They put it in a
suppose.
bag and just fly it off. Good to know. Good.
No, well, I guess they just take it in their claws and they bring it to a spike and they just like, okay, that does it. Bye bye. I imagine the first thought a Shrike has when it wakes up in the morning is must impale something
Must
soon.
drop things on.
Yeah, it's in a picture of a fecal sack on
I really I don't want
a
to.
spike.
I really don't like how much we're using the word fecal sack either.
Fecals. I mean, what are you gonna call it? Just, I mean, it's a big ball of poop. I don't know. It's not really like. It's not really like a lot.
I can just hear Zach coming in here and being like, "What are you doing?"
Because I was thinking poop, like like the white poop that falls on people's cars. Their poop's more like a big ball of things. So it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Like it comes
So they're
out
more
and
like
it's
owls. That
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So it's more like that
That's why-
dry.
That's why it's a fecal sack, and it's more dry and less like
Still
wet,
though,
I guess.
Still,
Still
though.
less wet. So they also impale things and also to preserve it. Probably because if you try to eat an animal when it's still alive,
I guess
it might
if
be kinda
you
hard.
like the blood loss would cause or the draining it, you know.
Well, it's more like they stab it, they leave it for a bit, they come back, it's still there. So instead of having to kill
So
something
they
and then
just
find
that's
put it-
even better. So
'cause
they're
it-
like, you know,
'cause
I'm
yeah,
just gonna leave this here for a couple hours. I'll be back.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause-
not really hungry right now. I was just in the
Yeah.
mood for slaughter.
they basically just hide, like, how the same way like dogs will bury their bones. They hide their prey in trees, on high trees where not many other things can get to it. And it's like, oh, okay. Except I guess other birds, but in
But
that
you're
situation,
saying impaling, and see,
it is. There's
there's force involved in that. Like,
not a thing sharp enough. I just fall onto it.
yeah, but how many sticks do you know that are just like?
There's a lot of pictures. Maybe it'll explain how they find these sharp objects, or if they make the sharp objects themselves.
That would be even more terrifying.
Let's
See, when you
see.
said birds using tools, I was like, oh yeah, like corvids. They're really smart. They're like one of the only bird types that I'm a pretty big fan of. You know, they're really smart. You can like trade with them and stuff. And
They have
yeah,
okay,
but
so
no,
have a-
this
yeah.
is
So they have a hook beak with a special notch in their beak, like a falcon, that quickly severs the spinal cord of the prey. Oh my god, that is horrifying. Unlike the falcon, however, strike legs are just those of any songbird, and are too weak to hold on to carcasses of their kills as they rip the flesh off away from the dead body. This is one reason why they need to kill their prey with sharp objects. They impale the corpse of their prey on something thorny, like a honey locust tree or a barbed wire fence. Nature's thorns are.
for some
when nature's
reason. I'm
thorns are-
sorry
are
that dude
sparse.
to whoever that dude was. Like it was not letting me pick him up.
The shrike will then either eat immediately or store for later. Okay, so they do use like actual nature, but then they'll use like barbed wire fences if they have to, when the spikes aren't good enough. So they don't make them; they just find them somewhere, like something sharp enough where they can just drop prey onto them, and then they'll just
Horrifying.
from the weight of them their
The
own
animal itself, it just
because they can't move anymore. It's going to slowly sink into the spike. That's horrifying. I hate that.
infographics show.
What are these? There are some carcasses left behind by the loggerhead strike. Yes, they are all impaled on sticks, prominently displayed for all the animal kingdom to see. Don't mess with me. It's like basically don't mess. You're in my street now.
This all from the
That's a
guy
term?
telling me all about this, from the guy who like got very offended when we killed the crabs on the beach in Sketchy's contract.
I mean, that's because we're human and we have a choice. Shrikes are just doing what their brains tell, what their instincts tell them to do, which is interesting.
Isn't
It's
that
like,
what humans are doing?
basically we have more options. We have more options available to us.
But you're just doing what your brain tells you to do.
During the breeding season, the male will keep the larder full nearby the nest so that the incubating brooding female has a readily available cache of food. In the winter, storing
Pokemon
prey and
style.
larder may be an adaptation. Okay, maybe an adaptation for I don't know where that was. For periods when food is scarce, caution.
Somebody joined my team with the name Cookie Monster.
Oh.
I do that a lot whenever I see like somebody's name on
I
my
mean,
team that
I don't
find funny.
I'm not saying I love that they do it. I'm just saying it's an
They do
interesting
it.
idea. Interesting, because I hate seeing things die in nature, but when it's so like serial killery, that it's
Like
almost
it's
like
just
a human.
unnecessary. It's like it's like the dolphins that play with the
Now I'm just
pufferfish.
imagining an indie game where like you enter a forest and then there's just like animals on spikes, and you're thinking that someone must have done this to them. Oh, these poor animals.
And
They
you
see
find
these
out like
birds
you get through this whole
dropping.
thing.
And then
It's
they
like
see,
a
like-
horror monster and
Yeah, it's just a regular ass bird. It's
just some chill
oh
bird
god,
flying around.
nature is horrifying. It's like yes,
Nature,
it is.
you scary.
Trust me, you gotta tell me nature's horrifying. I've
That
seen
would be
the
that would actually be a kind of fun game series, kind of like
revealing that nature is not that kind to its own beings, and we're just one piece in the large puzzle. It's like yeah.
Oh no, I just mean
we're-
like
step-
the twist of it being that it's actually just
Oh yeah.
nature. Like it's not even anything in nefarious. It's literally like you just happened to come in on a bad day. It was rainy, and they were, you were in their feeding area. Like
I think it's a pretty common assumption that you only really see that like sadistic level of like killing from like intelligent or more intelligent creatures like us, like more sentient beings like humans. But it's like no, animals do it too sometimes for fun
animals,
or for
yeah.
or because they are hungry, and that's the way they found out.
I mean, think about
it's like
think about most
efficient
spiders,
killing.
dude. Most spiders get their prey.
I was
and
fixing to mention tarantula hawk
yeah,
being a very horrifying entity that needs to be expunged from the earth immediately. Felt bad for tarantulas after that. It drags tarantulas into their. First, it stabs them and paralyzes them. Then it drags them into their nests and then lays eggs in them. And then the babies come out, and well, after a while of like suffering, and it's still alive, by the way, the babies come out and eat it while it's still alive, like from the inside out, and that is horrifying. Awful.
here
And
I
the thing
am
about it is-
trying to have a family-friendly Warframe,
The thing about it is,
and
it's like,
Jacob
it's
is
a-
in here like on the weirdest shit this morning.
it's an efficient way to kill. Like I can't say it's like nature's scary, but it's efficient. It's like yeah, this
Nature,
works.
you scary.
Nature, you scary.
No, there's some let's see here. What else is it? The wasps, or is it?
Education.
It's either the wasps or the ants. There are actually quite a few wasp species that do that. That they
paralyzed. Their prey.
inject their eggs into them and like
Oh, that yeah.
yeah. Or is it a cat? Maybe there's a caterpillar species that does it as well. I'll have to look at it. But
I'm sure I ain't the only one who does it. It seems like a very good way of making sure your young are properly fed.
have some good food and
With fresh food. Not gonna fight back or move and try to kill
just
you.
think
They
about
really
like
can't.
think about existence from the perspective of a bug sometimes. Like just how terrifying life must be.
Going by. Life is going by so fast. I don't think they have time to really process it.
Humans
Oh,
just walking around. "Ah, what is that?
What is that thing? Too bad I can't.
I was
can
reading
see
about
like
bees
50
the
of
other
them.
day. Bees, they're one of the most intelligent insects there is. There are. They are a. Not only do they have dances and everything, but they actually can count.
How many
And
many
tell
males are left
distance.
behind? Yeah.
They can like tell distance. Like they, so their dances, basically, it's like a wiggle. And depending on how many times they do a loop, they will, like, however many times they do a loop is the distance of how far it actually is from what they, their goal is. And if one of the bees that has been to a similar has been to that location, realizes they're sending him to a bad place, he'll, like, in the middle of the dance, they'll bump the other one's head and be like, "Stop it!"
Hello again.
And I find that to be just hilarious. No, you dummy!
No!
There's predators there.
Oh, that was where Jimmy was with his can of spray.
Did you forget Jimmy last week?
Where Jimmy's lighter and his spray can? That almost killed us last time. We burned our tushies on that. Don't go back there. Bad people live there.
This is cutting edge.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Jimmy went over there.
Me?
Have you seen him? Have you seen him yet lately? That's why.
That's why.
I'm sure that's one of the things they use. Are like, bees went over there. They haven't been back. It's like, oh, I didn't survive. Yeah, I probably shouldn't go over there. The
Also,
scout
it makes
didn't
you
come
wonder,
back.
do they, makes you wonder if they, like, if insects ever try to save other insects.
Probably not unless it
I mean, think about, like, a
some
bee
other-
colony. Well, yeah, that's fair, But
if,
I meant,
one
like,
of theirs is in danger, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's attacking one of our bees." Like, I guess.
I
We'll
mean,
help him too.
bro doesn't get, like, critically injured. He just gets, like, a little broken bit of his leg. Like, are his buddies just gonna leave him behind and just, yeah.
Unfortunately, bees are very utilitarian.
That is fair.
If a bee is not producing, they will kick it out of the hive. I think I read about how, like, most worker bees are female. The males don't really do that much besides bring food to the queen and kind of defend the hive, I guess, if they can. And I don't think they even have fingers. And so whenever a hive is, like, short on food or whatever, they'll be like, "Well, time to depopulate." So they'll kick a lot of the males out to make room for, like, more worker bees, or to like not give them food, or first they'll stop giving them food. Then they'll just kick them out slowly if they have to. Yeah, so the males eventually have to just kind of leave the hive and then look for another queen to serve, because they do serve a purpose and that they help make eggs. But, like, when the food's getting low, population must take a dive. So they're like, "You don't need you. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
We need more food. We need more food. Less mouths to feed." I'm like, man,
Kind of sad.
Bees are very aggressive when it comes to, like, the order.
Get out of here.
Let's keep the order. I guess they're kind of like ants in that way. They're very like, keep the order. Must keep the order.
Is that just... Do I need... Oh, okay.
And then the same thing with the female. When sometimes eventually a worker bee will, like, leave, like a female worker bee will leave, and then it'll start, like, attracting other males to it, and that'll slowly begin a new hive somewhere else. Like, that's the males look for a queen. The queen doesn't have to look for males. She just goes out and males come to her, and it's like.
All I know is I hate red wasps. That's my thing.
All I know is I
hate red wasps.
I just hate wasps in general, so I think we don't need them. We don't need them. Who needs them?
Who needs them?
I don't even know what do they do that's unique to them. I don't think there's really anything they do unique. They eat bugs.
They are
and everything
helpful, I'm sure, in, like, they keep, like, basic insects, like, not non-predatory. What's the basically food insects, like, they keep those in tolerance because they go around eating them. Like,
I guess, but
I just wish they didn't have to be so aggressive. There's no reason to be so
Yeah.
aggressive. Like, this isn't Cheer Squad. You don't need to be aggressive.
There are some wasps that have good memory and remember faces. I'm like, I don't. Why?
Yeah,
why
there
do they
are
have
some
that?
that do. They
What is
memorize. They have, like,
what
a
is the
picture
benefit
perfect
of that?
memory of.
What is the benefit of that? So you can
Find
kill
where they were.
revenge, vengeance. Was that a beneficial trait?
It's
Here,
not
I
that
thought
they just do
vengeance-
that; it's that they can recognize faces.
That's what I'm saying. Photographic memory. They recognize. They remember.
It's not that they
remember
can
faces.
just see the face; they recognize.
I don't like that. Why do they have that? But
Why can you do
it
this?
it basically just makes any wasp any of those wasps you swat at like just your new mortal enemy until the day they die, or you die.
Best friend.
Because I'm pretty sure even if they do sting you, they won't like just stop attacking you. They'll keep going until they're satisfied.
Yes,
I guess.
many will, especially like the Japanese hornet, the killer hornet or whatever it was. That'll like they will chase you for up to I think it's like 2 miles after they mark you, and like they are relentless. Like they are like once
That's
one of them gets
aggression.
after you, like the whole hive just.
That's an aggression that I just can't understand.
Can't even comprehend.
Like, why would that be beneficial?
Why
I
are you
guess.
so
I mean,
angry?
they survived, I guess, but like, I feel like eventually that would just lead to unnecessary.
Why are you
force
so
that-
angry?
But I guess anything they kill, they eat. So I guess it's not really wasted as long as they get to eat. Which, with us, they usually either one avoid us because they're like, "Oh, I can't eat that," or two, they get unnecessarily angry and just chase us for no reason.
Okay, hold
Because
on.
we tried to get in their hive.
you're gonna have to hold on because I got an important part coming up in the game for about 2 seconds that I've got to watch.
I'll be quiet.
Yes. Shut up.
You have stood with us within this benighted valley, besieged and friendless.
All right,
as
let's see
we
what y'all
are.
got to say. They've been in an argument, and my bird's been depressed, so I've been waiting to get my bird undepressed. Both of those are very, very importantly useful. Fudgy the Whale. Engine's going to give me thrust. Ability's going to give me streamline. I think I'm going to do that.
I do hope you find that useful.
Okay, yeah. Talk to me. What's going on, buddy?
All right. Tagfer,
I've been waiting for this.
Fibonacci.
I got to wait a week to find out the final.
I can work with the fish. The murmur has to be kept in check.
Tagfer,
Hump.
Like it or not, the fish is more clued in to Albrecht's diseased brain than I could ever be. If I'm going to find that prick, I need the fish.
Tagfer, you won't regret this. I promise.
Goes to show, fish. You ain't as smart as you'd like. And your promises are shit. I already do.
He made you a widow, but he made me a murderer!
Hey! Hey!
Yes, Fred, get over here and talk some sense.
Hey! If this is smart, I want to be dumb. Yell, 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 yell. Hit and hurt and hurt. We lost it all. We lost green and run and food want and smell follow and sky blue and min. And all we got for all that losing are these big brains. Big brains in each other. And you want to lose that too? Brains by being dumb and each other by throwing us away. We're all we got. Nobody knows what it's like being us.
Bird's my favorite.
Nobody but us. You're not mad at each other. You're mad at you. You can't hurt everything that hurt you. Sometimes things just hurt. Sometimes things not wrong.
Oh, damn bird over here talking so much sense.
We're all we have left. And you want that to die too. And knock it off!
The sun rises, the light fails. Lovers cling to each other and children cling to us. the moment we cease to hold each other, the moment we break faith with one another, the sea engulfs us. And the light goes out.
What's that?
Something from All Bricks Library.
No. I mean, what's that? You don't look right. Shit. Neither do I. Lloyd?
Your color. The void sickness is advancing. Remaking you the way the murmur remakes everything.
Lloyd?
I'm close to a means to reverse the process. I think.
You think?
I need to return to my mistress. Forgive me.
Bird 3. Bird? Hey.
Do not hurt my bird. So, actually, you would actually really be interested in what's going on in this storyline. The Kavya are... It's this long story with the Void, but essentially they got sent into the Void, and they gained sentience. Like, the Void got to them and gave them a sickness, but it gave them sentience. And, like, so they were just regular animals, and then all of a sudden they had sentience. So just, like, some crazy stuff happened. And now they're kind of, like, trying to deal with what it's like being alive and, like, a sentient creature after being not. It's pretty wild. Pretty cool.
I'm an animal.
Mananimals.
Oh, I knew you'd come back.
Oh, bird's in a better mood. Good.
You got it.
Oh, I love bird. Tag for I am. He exists. I'm not his biggest fan.
Oh, yes, good.
Bounty. Oh, that's what I needed. I don't even need to run bounties. I need to just go trade.
I have a small battery of tasks to complete.
I'm sure you do, and there's a lot of stuff that I have to do, but...
Opportunity to continue my Albrecht's work.
Go ahead and just... Actually, I need to see what they're going to need.
We've all got better things to
Not
do.
that it really matters.
We begin.
I've got 4 days. It's going to need Voca and money. Now, that said, they do not look different. It said that they look different, but I don't see a difference.
Remain of
They all look the same
stalwart
to me.
mind, Tenno. Even
Whoa,
in the
Jacob, you
face
can't,
of
you can't
madness.
say that.
I didn't say it. You did.
Jacob,
It was me all along.
Jacob. Jacob, no.
We
Stupid
appreciate
NPCs. Whoa, that's a slur.
Whoa.
why Albrecht did his
Can't
best.
just say people are
Just pop off,
NPCs.
and so much of what we do
Can't call them
resembles magic.
NPCs.
No
Well.
wonder we found demons in the forbidden spaces.
Okay.
Jacob is problematic on Facebook. That's why he doesn't go on there anymore.
That's why Jacob can't be on Facebook anymore. He
He,
keeps getting...
he created problems.
He keeps
Unnecessary
getting,
problems.
He keeps getting... What is it? The ban they do?
Facebook ban.
The Facebook jail? Yeah, that's what... Yeah.
You're in Facebook jail
You're
now.
Facebook
no.
jail. No.
What am I? What do without social media? It's my whole existence. Oh, you found my weakness.
My Twitter jail, no.
Oh, a YouTube ban will be surely a terrible day. You're banned from YouTube. What did I do? You watched the wrong video. Oh, that's fair.
What'd you do? Oh, you know, we were talking about murder birds on live stream.
No, all I did was watch a Shrike video, and they were like, "What are you doing? You absolute.
Sir,
Why would
sir.
you? Why would you care about this to this degree? Look, dude, I don't know. I'm the
I
same
don't know
guy.
why I am the way I am.
I'm the same guy who has hots for Akechi, so I'm a very conflicted individual. Clearly, I don't like murder, but I do like watching it happen sometimes.
Hello, hey Very Fairy, how you doing? We're just hanging out doing a little Warframe before we get into the Deltarune later today.
Deltarune.
So that's the plan.
So I don't know how. I don't. Probably should look up how long the demo is for. Well, I guess I don't know if I even have stuff for that yet. I don't know how long it'll take. I usually like to play games first to get an idea how long they take, so I know how to segment the streams properly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go in absolutely blind and just play for as long, like 2 hours or something, and see where it gets us. Maybe.
Fair.
Because I
that's
don't
what
know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how long the playtime of this is. I have no clue. And a part of me does want to go play it for myself first. A part of me is like, well, dude, just chat with me to want to have organic reactions out of me. Is that what? Because that's must be how it is.
So many things to collect today. Jeez, how many things did I build?
I'm more scared of going into RPGs blind. 'Cause I'm just like, no, I can't look stupid on the internet. I got to know what I'm doing before I do it. That way, at least I look kind of competent.
No. My only thing about RPGs is, if you don't know what you're doing time-wise, it can drag out a lot. And when you get like focused and are trying to like focus on really hard on something like it,
Plus, I'm the kind of guy that takes breaks in like long RPGs. I'm just like, I'm going to drop this for a bit and come back later. So, me streaming a long RPG probably wouldn't be a good idea because I would just be like, I'm going to quit for a month to come back and then have no idea what I'm doing. I have no clue. Like, oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't
these blueprints?
So me thinking about streaming the new Tales game that released a month back, I was like, I could, but also I would never finish it. It would never happen. Like, not on stream anyway.
I mean, I made it through, twice. No, we only did it once. What am I talking about? I just made it through it twice.
What are you talking about?
Atomic Heart.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That was like 60, that was like 60 hours.
You knew that game going into. It's not the same. You knew it going in. You already knew it the way going into it. So you play the DLC blind. That's different because it's already part of a game that you already know.
That's fair.
Going into a completely new game blind and not having no idea how to do anything, you're just like, I guess I'll just feel around until I figure this out. I guess.
Ow.
This guy wants 25 high gold quality vegetables, and I'm saying, dude, what are you asking? Are you asking for money? What are you doing?
What's your veggie?
I got a few corn I could give you. I need to grow some more, I guess. Jesus. Usually I sell the good quality products.
That's just rude.
Because they're worth more.
Rude.
I have 4. You want 25? I guess I'll just start growing.
I need to see my blueprints. I am not locked in right now, Jacob.
I'm locked out of my house. Someone, please open the door. Let me in. Let me in.
And it's already crafted, so yeah.
Let me in.
Little pig, little pig.
I don't trust you.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Never say that ever again.
Why not?
I didn't like it.
Why didn't you like it, Jacob?
I don't like it.
Jacob.
I need 5 bait. 5 bait and moss.
No,
Jesus,
I need blueprints, not...
You're bleeding me dry. I got plenty of moss. It's fine. Moss is pretty easy to get, actually. Yeah, baby. I just get off of trees. Now I got a reason to get moss because that makes good bait. Let's
I'll
go.
just come back and do those later.
I love it when I find a resource that I have a reason to farm 200 of now. Yay. I was worried. I was like, man, I have too much moss. I got like 200 something moss, and the game's like, you can make it into bait. And I'm like, oh, that's brilliant.
We do need to... I need to make a return to Fallout at some point soon and start looking at what they've got going on. It's been far too long. I miss my
I
miss my Fallout
have
2.
done the unspeakable. I have uninstalled Fallout 76 from my computer because it took a lot of space. I was like, I'm not
Oh,
playing
that's fine.
this.
That's
so
fine.
I'll just,
It's uninstalled on mine. I may do. I've talked about wanting to do London, and I haven't done London yet. So I might still go back and do London, which it's
I have
it's
wanted
not.
to,
It's more of just a. Oh wait, that's right. I gotta go into this.
I have wanted to finish Elden Ring. I haven't beaten Elden Ring, so I was like,
Oh, are you gonna
That's a game
stream it on your own?
I'm not.
Oh, I was gonna say,
I meant like on my own because dude, streaming Elden Ring that would be terrible. I don't want to do that. I want to just sit there and die over and over again. I'm not good enough for that. I'm not engaging enough to watch me die. When I die, I get silent. I get quiet, and then I'm like, no one's gonna watch that.
You say I own the blueprint. Yet
I don't.
why- Oh,
I
it
don't
is.
make the
It is
funny
right there.
reactions when
Jeez.
I die. I don't make funny reactions, so I'm not gonna get a good audience. When I die, I'm either laughing or I'm going.
You're
Oh.
perfect. You're perfect, Jacob.
I go, oops, I died, and then I go, let's
Oops,
try that
I
again.
falled over.
Let's try that again. And I die for the 55th time, and I'm like, okay, now I'm getting a little antsy. I'm getting a little frustrated.
I gotta see if I can find.
Fighting Jevil alone, I was just kind of like, what do I say? Do I say like, oh, there it goes again?
Oh,
Oopsie,
I'm
I
dead
died
again.
again.
Oh my
I
goodness.
died again. I basically was just thinking out loud. during
I'm
it.
down
I was
again. It keeps a coming.
Just like, gotta make sure I can tank a hit. Gotta make sure
The
Raul stays
devil
up.
within me.
Raul kept dying.
Why can I never find mag in this list? I just need regular mag. I don't need like. I don't want a Noggle. I don't want skins.
If I ask
Yes,
for a
hide
mag, you give
items
me a
without
noggle.
blueprints.
I will noggle you in the head if you give me a noggle.
About? I'm so confused.
Yay, fish. Oh, it's seaweed. Fish. Rez is gonna be so happy when I tell him you can make bait out of moss and bug meat. Two things I'm very good at gathering. He's like, I can get you more bait, Rez. It's like, yay!
I'm so glad that y'all are playing your game again. Female Warframe pack.
It's more like, well, we did play for a bit, but then I think now he's starting to get more into it.
Finally, I found it. I had to go through like another item to get to it.
He said some of his friends were playing it, and then he didn't know about the game, but he knew I did, so he's like, play with me. I'm like, okay. Because I wanted to play it again anyway, because I hadn't played all the updates since the game updated to 1.6.
I don't have credits, so I need to go
'Cause
get credits.
I've been playing on the console version for a while, and I didn't get to experience all the cool update stuff. So I was like, let's play the update stuff.
So are the atomic bombs a
new
cereal?
file.
Is it a? I haven't looked at those before. I'm not talking to you,
Dear
Jacob. I'm talking to the chat.
This
It's okay.
fish is on meth.
Jacob.
Yeah, I like meth. Mathematics, English, technology and science, history. You should do meth too.
Jacob.
What? It's a meme.
This. Huh.
What? It's mathematics, English, technology and science, and history.
The children,
meth.
Jacob. The children.
I gotta send you that picture at some point.
I realize
You're missing context here.
I don't need context.
I'm not saying do meth. I'm saying that's good. That's good. Quote me on that. Somebody quote me on that.
Quote me on that.
I'm not saying do it, but like that's good.
Super Siege TM.
But mommy, he said it was good.
But
I
he
don't
said
care
it
what.
gives you energy.
I don't care what the Super Sage said. He's the Super Siege, Mom.
The Super Sage.
You don't
His
understand.
name's not the Sage Bomb.
But he is a sage to me deep down. He talks about Deltarune for a long time. He broke down the 10-second song that plays at the end of Deltarune for a long time.
It was so much fun.
He fought Jevil for a long time.
That went
He beat
very
him.
well.
He beat him like 10 times. And then he was still wasn't satisfied. He had to do it again. this super side. I can't even mispronounce Siege. This super saggy sounds like he doesn't really have a lot of self-respect, and I'm like, he doesn't, but he's broken, but he's a good.
Oh wait, atomic bombs. Are you talking about those red candies? Because those are fantastic. I'm a massive cinnamon fan. I like the cinnamons.
Heard it here first, folks. He likes cinnamon,
I do.
even though
I
he
even
told
like
Toriel.
cinnamon candles.
Even though he told Toriel he liked butterscotch.
Yep, I know.
Disgraceful. He lied to Toriel.
See,
Disgraceful.
secret bonus. I also like butterscotch. You're like, you can't like both.
You can't like. Too bad the pie's both anyway. You'll eat it and you'll like it.
You'll eat it and you'll like it.
You'll probably will like it if you like both.
No, I don't think I would like that combination.
Well, that's just sad because the reality is you must eat it, because if you don't, then Toriel's gonna be sad. Do you want my Toriel sad? I don't think so.
I've done worse.
You have killed her.
I have killed her.
Including the good and gracious Papyrus who spared you.
Did
you
somebody
still
get
killed
it?
some
No, nobody's gotten it yet.
You're
Gotta
not
be
the first,
around.
but it is a very bad act.
I can't hear it yet. I promise I'm not just walking around for no reason. I'm looking for a,
That was a dormant void angel. Now
somebody's got a
it's
void
not
angel.
dormant anymore.
I'm just trying to get our mission stuff so we can move on. I need a heartbeat sound, Jacob.
The angel is trying to retreat into the void so it can heal.
You can make that yourself. You have a heart.
Thank you.
I think. I'm fairly certain you did kill Papyrus after all, so I don't know. There was doubts. There was doubts in chat. In my chat, in my brain chat.
You can't hurt it while those dimensional orbs are out.
Bro, we can't leave this mission until
Guess what, Adam?
I get
I'm
one
in
of these
fall.
stupid keys.
I'm in fall. My favorite season is fall. I love fall.
It is not fall, Jacob. Jacob, it is.
I said
it is almost the
I said
summer.
I'm in fall. I said I'm in fall. listen to the first word of the
Do you
sentence.
hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Don't nobody hear the
I'm in-
words that are
I'm
coming
in-
out of your mouth.
I'm in the Stardew Valley fall.
My poor teammates
why I
probably
said it
are
like
like,
that.
what is this lunatic doing? He hasn't even left the first area.
These vegetables. Of course, it's vegetables.
It's gotta be
Can't
here.
give you a sunflower.
If I get really lucky, maybe they'll run the whole mission while I'm looking for this key.
Maybe they'll just carry me if I just ask nicely.
I've done enough carrying in my day. Bro,
Back a
like,
sword. All the carrying I've done.
exist. Is it up there?
I love fall in this game. It's so pretty. I love fall in
Alright,
general.
I give
but
up in that area.
Fall in farming games is always the nicest thing. It's like, whoa, all the trees are orange and brown, and I'm happy.
Still can't leave until we find one of these keys, guys. But nobody reads the things.
Nobody reads. Not anymore. Not since it's made it illegal.
It's illegal to read?
This just in, illegal to read. So the guys sit there staring at the paper like,
Oh god!
oh no! Oh
Oh
no!
no!
no! No!
That's a prime skit right there, Jacob.
That's a good skit idea. Well, it's not a good one. It's like a quickie. It's like a little one note. Like, oh no!
Yeah, that's the best skits.
Like he just sits there like staring at it for a bit,
Okay.
and then he thinks, and he goes, "Oh god." Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough of that. Don't bring that back
Oh,
in my
I think I
house.
see it. I
ever
think I see
again.
it. Yeah, I do. All right, we're good. See, I'm not crazy. There was purpose.
Just like the Bible says, a
And
bird
get
in the
out of
hand
here.
is worth taking.
I
don't think the Bible-
what?
I don't think I said that. I don't think I said that.
What?
I
I
used
tune
to
out
watch
for
this.
2 seconds.
I used to watch this show that was called Hoop Dogs. I don't know. I doubt you know of it. I don't even know what it was.
Oop dogs.
Hoop Dogs. It was a Christian like CGI animated cartoon show about a town of dogs that like to play basketball and also eat hot dogs shaped like hoops,
As they should.
like in circles. So they're called the Hoop Dogs.
Hey, stop moving.
And like one of the episodes was about like this kid named BJ was like he likes this basketball someone else has, and so he steals it from somebody. Like he guy leaves it behind and he steals it, and then like one of the people one of the bad boys trying to convince him to steal is talking about think what the Bible
That
says.
is very
a
fair.
bird. Think what the Bible says. A
reminds
bird in
me
the
of the
hand is worth
time.
taking. And I'm like, what? A bird in the hand is worth taking. It's a weird version of a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush or something. But it's a bird in the hand is worth taking.
Jacob was very displeased with my killing of Papyrus. In fairness, I did have a hard time beating him the first time.
Why did your friend force you to kill Papyrus? What happened? What
would
situation
why
was
would
this?
you do this?
Were they over your TV or keyboard and go like, kill him, you must for the prophecy?
The dark side.
Or did they like, no, he won't die. Don't worry, he won't die. That's evil. That is 100% evil. Like, he won't die. Don't worry, you can't kill him. He's like strong.
All right.
Not when he's at no defense and he's giving
I'm
you
stuck
mercy.
here just waiting on this person.
Just hit him once. It'll be
Good.
funny. Hit him once. It'll be funny. Hit him once. It'll be funny. We laugh. He'll say, "Ha ha, silly human! You punched me. That was funny." Now he dies.
See?
No.
Everyone's
Nice
got to
stuff.
do it. Everyone's got to do it.
Oh, doing genocide run needed help. Well, at that point you're killing everyone. So I mean, not to be that guy, not to be like a genocide apologist, but when you're killing everybody, does it really matter who you're killing anymore? Non-discriminate in your killing. If you kill only Papyrus, you're a monster. If you kill Papyrus along with everybody else, you're like, well, at least you're consistent.
Oh, now it's
I
dark.
respect my consistent killers.
Oh,
I don't care who you are. Oh, I respect that.
Very, you're actually here a lot. Jacob Everhood. Jacob's been wanting to kind of feel out the audience and see if anybody wants to watch him play Everhood. It's a new game that he's been interested in.
First question, does anyone know of Everhood? Second question, would you want me to play Everhood? Because I love Everhood. I like it.
There's
Everhood 2
Everhood, and
released
then we're
recently.
also going to do that one that with Fies was recommending to us.
Everhood 2 released recently, and I kind of want to. I haven't played it yet, but I have played the first one. First one is great. Second one I haven't played yet, and I kind of want to gauge and see if anyone wants me to play both of them on stream at some point. Yeah, I went to Genocide Run, and I was just like,
Oh, yes,
like,
all right.
a part of me was like, here we go. Like I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, here we go.
Get out of my party. I don't like
Time
you.
to be a villain. Time to be a villain.
My villain arc.
It's weird because like usually I hate doing bad things in games, but when I'm doing every bad thing, it's almost like it's I don't know. It's different. It's a different feel. Like when I'm going pure psychopath, I can kind of dig into it. I'm like, yeah, I like this.
This is probably one of my favorite characters in this game. Is Archimedeonta.
It goes back to
adorable.
why I'm so fascinated by just immoral people. I'm just like, whoa, you're just totally immoral. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, okay, That's new.
But why?
I mean, because
Oh.
because somebody like does something
Oh.
bad and then it's like, oh, they feel remorse. Like, okay, well, that's normal. But if you do something bad, and you feel nothing. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I want to study you, figure out how you work, figure out what makes you tick, and then kill
Concerning
you,
things Jacob says on chat.
and then remove you from this realm.
You know, I'd really like to wear your skin. I just want to be comfy, nice up in there.
I wouldn't go that far. That's made me sound like a really creepy person. Now let's check that back.
Situation. That's probably
That was slander.
that
I
was
not
sure
stand
that
for
was slander. I would never.
Very
I would
well.
never wear
Keep
skin.
your secrets.
That is all.
Do you have a leather jacket,
I would.
Jacob?
I would.
Do you have a leather
I
jacket,
wouldn't-
Jacob?
I wouldn't wear skin. Oh wait. Look down at your body.
Oh, it's all over me.
I'm wearing skin right now. Time to take this off.
Jesus,
My skin on the wash.
I just almost like shot
Why do you
Sprite
think I'm
right up my
white?
nose. Oh, time to take this off.
I suppose
How do you think I maintain my white skin?
Goodbye then.
I take it to the
God.
washers.
Oh God. Oh God, Jacob. Jacob,
Talk about whitewashing.
back away.
Jesus.
Back away.
Do they ever say anything to you?
Back away. Are you one of them, Jacob?
Reverse
Are you
the
one of them?
engines.
Are you one of the White Walkers? It's like a skinwalker, but it's a White Walker.
Oh, Jacob did beat Sans. I couldn't beat Sans. Jacob actually took down Sans. Well, I beat Sans on normal mode, but I didn't do him on no, you don't fight him on normal mode. Yeah, no, so I didn't beat Sans. Yeah.
Yeah, the only way to fight Sans is on genocide. Someone asking you to beat the strongest boss in a game is crazy. It's like it's
That's
your
what I
game,
did.
you do it.
That's what
you
I
do
did.
it.
That's what I did.
I'll
I was like, Jacob,
It's worth
You
it.
didn't well, you, didn't,
you have more
I-
experience. I didn't
I told-
directly say it, but
Oh,
that is
I-
exactly what happened.
I volunteered to. Is what happened. It wasn't
In
like
fairness,
you were
we
like,
do both stream, so yes. But I just
It wasn't.
It is kind of funny.
You didn't come to me in a sweat. Go, Jacob. I need your help. I'm like, what? I need you to get somebody for me. I said, whoa. Sans skeleton. Sans Undertale needs to die tonight. I went.
We gotta go.
You got it, bro.
We
You
gotta
got
do
it, bro. Let me do. Might have to prep time first.
Oh my God.
Jacob kill Sans. Not unless he has prep time.
Chrysalis done. Okay,
Gotta
I'll be
have
back
prep
in a second.
time
Over to
first.
that restroom. I was about to ask you and be like, "Need anything in the kitchen?" I'm like, Jacob, he's not here.
Do you need to get you? Yeah, give me a Sprite.
Give me a Sprite.
Pour one out for the boys. Pour one out for Papyrus. Poor Papyrus. He gets a bad roll. He's either undeniably saved from his lonely life or he is killed mercilessly. There's no in between. I'm cutting grass. So I'm guessing you didn't go through with killing Sans, or at least you didn't do it without a lot of turmoil and strife. The first time I had to fight Sans, I didn't. I had to like take a break and give up because like not only was it hard, but also just whenever I have to do something in a game that's like actually painful, it's harder for me to like commit to it because it's like I don't really want to kill Sans. I like Sans. I don't like I don't want to kill him. I like him.
I really
have to
at some point. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying that when I first fought Sans, a part of me was like frustrated, and I didn't want to like do it either because I like Sans. I didn't want to kill him. So for me, when I play a game and I don't want to do something, I usually won't commit a lot of time and effort to doing it unless I'm really like want to do it. Like given a choice thing. Everhood was hard because of that. Everhood has I think kind of like that in there where it's like I don't want to do this. It's like, but I guess I will to see it through to the end.
I want to do. I was just thinking about this going back to the living room. You know, once I get my new place, I really want us to all get together and like, I want to get some like old PlayStation. I've got a Super Nintendo upstairs actually already that we can use, but I want to get some like old game systems and I want to get like a recording couch, and I want us to just like hang and like play games sometimes. Like
Game grumps now. This is what we are.
No, I mean, not necessarily like that, but I just mean like, you know, I like the idea of like us being in the same room and hanging out sometimes, and you know.
It would definitely help help with like if we ever try to live stream. We
And I want to get our faces back on camera. Like we haven't been on actual camera in.
I will hiss at you. Get that away from me. Get that away, he says. Get that away. I will wear a mask.
It's very difficult to beat me. Mm-hmm.
I will wear a shy guy mask. I'm a very shy guy.
Okay. Sorry, I lost focus for a second, kids. Okay. Necrolisk. But yeah, I'd like to do that. I've got some old games. I think it'd be really fun. There's an old Super Nintendo game I've got up there that I never beat as a kid, and I really would love for us to go back and play it. It's the Goof Troop game.
Oh no,
bro!
I don't know about that game.
It's top down. It's gorgeous, and I know I absolutely know we could do it. You know, like on a ROM and everything on PC. But I don't know, I've had like a weird itch to play old consoles lately. Red says I'm getting older.
Sentimental. He's getting sentimental now.
He's getting aged. He wants to play his old SNES.
I would love to have my GameCube just all the time set up, but unfortunately my room doesn't really account.
But see, that's kind of the same deal. Like even a GameCube or something like that. Have a GameCube come over and we all do like Smash Brothers. Or
plus my GameCube's getting a little older, so it's having a harder time.
Or racing. Racing was always
I mean, I would just
a blasty blast.
I would just bring an N64, but I only got one controller for it though, so I couldn't do that. Unfortunate.
I can get us controllers. That's not a.
I love N64.
I want to get like
I love the old Mario Party.
When my living room gets set up, I want to put like all the old game systems in it, like, and just have them all hooked up to where I can hit the button.
I want to collect them all.
I trust this does not.
All right, well, that's one thing that we've definitely got to go do.
Kill them all. I mean, collect them all.
Collect them all, Pokemon. That's not the words.
That's close enough, I guess. Gotta catch a ball, Pokemon.
I've got to post a picture sometime. I really want to get like that armor and make like the Bart, like put Bart in armor, because I'm pretty sure he would look like that dog from Undertale. I'm assuming that's the one that you meant you lost to, unless you're talking about like the sneaky one. But I'm assuming that you meant the.
He died to Greater Dog.
Big boy.
The big armor, yeah, the big dog in the armor.
Yeah.
The one
that I want to put Bart in armor for. Think about how awesome that would be to go to like a con, and you and me, we do like some kind of characters. I'll be Alphys. You do. Oh no! Oh my God, Jacob.
You do.
We could do Sans and Papyrus.
I guess.
And then we'd have our greater dog hanging around with us.
Aren't we about the same size though? It wouldn't work.
Well, I'll hit you in the shins.
I guess I'll just crawl on my knees the whole time.
Just walk around.
I'll just put my legs into the pants, and so I'll have a weird calf.
Actually, you're taller than me. You could do
Undyne, probably.
I was gonna say Undyne. I was gonna say Mettaton.
Mettaton. Oh yeah.
And
with legs like these.
Nico would do a good Mettaton too, though.
Would he?
Just the confidence. As far as knowing the character, no. But
I love Nico, but he is way too blunt to be Mettaton. Mettaton does not go like, "Oh, I'm sexy." He goes like, "Ah, yes, this body of mine is quite divine." He has a little bit more like vocabulary, articulation.
Yeah. Fair.
Nico would just go like, "I'm hot, guys." I'm like, that's not Mettaton. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
He doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that.
Or we could do.
Nadim is not Mettaton.
Look, my thing is, I just want to take Bart and put him in armor and make him look like the greater dog. That is my goal in this situation.
If I was gonna roleplay
And you
anyone
know,
under
he walks on 2 legs sometimes. Like, he climbs up on me all the time. You know he'd be fine standing there in armor at some points.
at some points, he'd be fine. He's fine. At some
Big
points.
axe.
Hey, that entry looks like it eats stuff.
Hopefully, it's a fake one.
Maybe we can get it to open up.
Not give dogs weapons. Not give dogs weapons they cannot properly wield.
Well, on a good note, when you go to a con, they make you check your weapons and stuff as you come in and make sure they're not real weapons.
You know, that makes sense.
That makes that. You mean that at cons
there are
where people
people,
bring
yeah.
things that look like guns, or
Demon Slayer con, you got to just make sure you're not actually using real katanas. These weird people are just like buying actual katanas and
now as
bring
far
it to-
as swords go, people will buy swords and swords at the con. Like, people just buy swords,
yeah.
which I don't judge. I have
Cool.
swords.
I would buy a sword, but I have no use for it outside of just looking at it sometimes and go like, pretty.
My my ex-wife, her husband, my ex-wife, her best friend growing
Why'd you
up.
giggle like that when you said husband?
Because I said her husband instead of like.
Oh,
I didn't say Anyway, but
okay.
he had a master sword and he called us one day and he's like, "There was an accident. I have stabbed myself."
Oh my lord, this is bound to happen.
And we were just like, "What happened?" It was
A blade of evil's bane. Are you evil? Did we finish the job?
it was a pretty funny situation, honestly. Not funny that he stabbed himself, of course, but like the whole it was very odd.
Just for everybody to know, I'm also a Zelda fan.
Zelda is a fantastic video game. I'm a Zelda fan. I have a Zelda shirt.
Now, when I say
And a
I'm not
Christmas
like I'm not a hardcore fan, but I have played a good.
I am an accessory fan.
I have played a good amount of the 3Ds, but not a lot of the 2Ds. It's a series that I found way later into the line. The first one I played was Skyward Sword. That'll tell you everything you got to know. And I played Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker.
I love Twilight Princess. That was
I like that one. That one's good. That one has a lot of different things about it. Unfortunately, I think its versatility is also its greatest flaw, because it's very varied in what you do in that game. There's a lot of different cool mini games, but also that can be kind of a detriment because it's like it spends too much time doing a lot of different various things instead of focusing on one really good. But I mean, I like it.
As far as Zelda games go, Twilight Princess is probably, I would say, probably my favorite. I enjoyed the other ones. The newer ones they made, like, you know how I am about cartoony games. Like, I don't hate them, but, like, I just have a hard time playing them sometimes.
I'd put Wind Waker probably above Twilight Princess in terms of, like, gameplay, because going across on the boat's fun. I like the boat mechanic.
Yeah, I've heard about the boats. People like the boats. I definitely was
my
never...
My favorite's probably Skyward Sword, because it was the first one I played, and it's got a pretty good story for me, so I like it. More personal, I guess. I just like it. It's like, whoa, you're saving your childhood sweetheart or whatever, and it's like, oh, you're all part of destiny now. It's like, oh, okay. I need to play Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I never played those two. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are supposed to be like the best ones in the series, but I never could get into.
Yeah, Majora's Mask. I did a little bit of Majora's Mask when I was younger, and I also did. What was the other one? Majora's Mask and not Twilight Princess. Now my brain's thinking about Twilight Princess. The
other one to it, but that was its pair. Ocarina of Time.
What was that one? I'm trying.
Link to the Past.
Ocarina of Time. Yes, Ocarina of Time. That's the one. Yeah.
That took like a whole minute to go, even though I mentioned it.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's like a lot of big ones that are known, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there's the first Zelda, which is on NES, and there's Zelda 2, which no one, it's kind of a weird one. Then you got Link to the Past, right? There probably was a few
Dude,
games.
there are so many at this point.
There was, I'm thinking of the order. I think it was Zelda 1, Zelda 2, or Zelda 2. It was Legend of Zelda 1, Link's Adventure was 2, and then Link to the Past, and then it was, I think, the Oracle games, Oracle Seasons of Oracle Ages on the Game Boy, and then there was it went to the 3D, I guess, after that.
And I did play the first one as well, but that was more of like just a nostalgia run, and it's not the same.
Not the same.
The Entranti ruins are close.
I lost interest pretty early on in that game. I was just like,
Yeah, well, that's kind of like, it's the same as I beat through Final Fantasy 1 on it as well, just because.
You must defeat it.
Bro, I'm gonna have to get out of my shoot.
When a game is too hands off, it kind of makes me not want to do it. I'm just like,
Buddy, do you need help? You're welcome.
Games can be too hands on. Usually, I don't mind when games are just want to tell me what to do and give me the ropes. I guess it's like I'm a lot better at dealing with tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
Like Persona 5 is probably the worst one I've done, and that's not even that bad. It just takes a bit to get through. Once you get through, it's like, okay, now I've unlocked all the things, I can do it.
Now I can. Oh! He got me, Jacob. He got me.
He has me.
Oh, I hate people who do that. Who go and that is not what I meant to do.
What will do? Okay, see you later, Very. See you in a little bit.
Bye. We'll see you back when we're, like I said, we'll probably be back here in this, I mean, not, probably around dinner time, I'd want to say.
Said they were getting food.
Oh, okay, so that might be, yeah, I got it. Woo! You just smacked me down.
I wouldn't mind playing Skyward Sword on stream one time.
I'd like to do...
I don't know how it's going to work if I do an emulator. I guess I'll have to use my controller and like move it around like a weirdo.
I'd like to do some games that I never really took the time to go through and do on stream, because there's a lot that I've, like, even games I have on Steam that I've literally never touched. Because, you know, yeah, I needed to put another 100 hour in Warframe.
Okay. You know, instead of partaking in a nice little meal, I decided to eat some more ramen. Tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just like how you
chicken again.
You don't want to cook burgers, but you'll eat the ramen. It's in the fridge. You're like, it's still good, I think. Reheat it.
There was that was definitely the situation like last night. I can't even remember what corn dogs. I went ahead corn dogs. I was like, I want to have something good, but you know, also corn dogs.
Yeah. For me, it's like the balance is I want to play a really engaging story, but also I just kind of want to just fool around for a bit in a fun game I like, and I'm like, okay.
That is one thing I am really excited about on the 19th that they're coming out for Warframe, is they have put a racing game into it, and I am incredibly stoked as to... Guys, are we just not gonna protect our boy? I've actually almost managed to make it through all the dailies.
Yippee.
I was planning on explaining them, but yeah. What are you gonna do?
Too bad. I'm here.
Where on earth?
I distracted you.
Oh, it's cool. I don't mind. I like to have variation in the, Wow, this thing is weak as everything right now.
One thing I'm doing right now, I think, is that I want to play through at least the first 4 3D Sonic games. That's what I want to do. I want to play through Sonic Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog. I want to play through all those games on stream. That's the idea.
I want to. Yeah, exactly. I want to go and do the. I want to play the Sonic games on stream as well.
Those are the 4 that I know the most about, and I can get through them pretty quickly. Because
I want to play all the ones that I like never played as a kid.
I was a Game Boy. I was a GameCube kid, so I had all the GameCube, or not all of them, but I had a lot of the stuff with the Sonic games on GameCube. I was a big fan of that.
I played most of the Sonic games on like Sega back before, you know. And I mean, when I say most of the Sonic games, let me rephrase that: the Sonic games that were out at that current time.
Like Sonic 3.
More like Sonic 2.
Sonic, okay. Sonic CD block.
In fact, I have a Sonic 2 upstairs.
Wow.
For Sega Genesis.
Did you ever get a Sega CD?
Oh, what? Like a?
It's fine. No one. It's fine. No one did.
Like what do you, like a?
Sega,
was it a disc drive for the? Is that what you're talking about?
It was a totally separate
Like,
console
yeah.
called the Sega CD, and it was.
Oh, okay. So it was a different
kind of
console.
cartridges.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a very short-lived console because PlayStation had them beat. That's around the time that Sony had to set their game up, and that was before the Dreamcast. But it was around the time when I started going down. Sega CD was like they removed the CDs instead of using cartridges, and it should have been pretty good, but they didn't have a lot of games for it. They had one Sonic title for it called Sonic CD, and that's the one game I couldn't play for a while because it wasn't on any of the collections that I had bought. And then finally, Sega released the Sonic collection, the Sonic, what they call Sonic Origins or whatever. So you could play Sonic 1 or CD, 2, and 3, and Knuckles. What's cool is that Sonic CD actually came out a little bit after Sonic 2 did, because the Sega CD was around while Genesis was still out. So technically, CD is the second one because it started development before Sonic 2, but Sonic 2 and CD kind of came out around the same time. So it's like they're competing for the real Sonic 2. Which one is they're developed by different people, so it's like they have different designs, different music, different kind of approaches. CD allowed it to use actual like uncompressed music instead of using like the 16-bit or whatever. So the music in Sonic CD is pretty good overall. It's got vocal tracks.
Actual vocals, not just the.
Yeah. And the gimmick behind Sonic CD is that you time travel in the stages. Like you go through a stage and then you find a warp thing. You can go to the past and go to the future of the stage, and then you can destroy robots in the past, and then it'll make the future better or whatever. And if you don't do it, it makes the future worse. You get like the bad future or the good future. And in order to get the right ending, you have to go through every single level and get the good future. And that'll give you the best ending possible or whatever. I've never played through the whole thing myself because it's a little more exploratory than most 2D Sonic games.
I don't remember who else was recommending it, but they were talking about us doing some choice-based games, and
Telltale.
Well, Tales, yeah, the Tale series, but also they had mentioned like Detroit Become Human. Have you ever beat Detroit Become Human?
Never played that game before.
Oh my God, we might actually do it then. I kind of want you to do it specifically because
I generally know what it's about, but I have no clue what the story is or anything.
Well, I will say it does actually bring up one of our old debates. Can robots make art? And I'd realized that I was like that's actually in that, and I think it'd be a neat little thing for you to experience. And there are so many endings to that game, like, yeah. All the endings. Okay, why is this not
fucking robot paints like Mona Lisa and is like, see, I can do it. I'm like, well, it looks pretty, but is it art though? And they go, you are a very semantic son of a bitch, and I'm like, yep, you bet I am.
It's not what you think. It'll make more sense when you play it. I promise.
Fucking bet I am.
You're
I
like,
mean,
no, they can't.
I played Soma is one of my favorite games. I like Soma a lot. Soma's kind of like makes you question if humans are special at all. If like you could just upload a consciousness to a computer and have it simulated. If it's pretty much the same thing. It's idea of robots can be like human or are human in some way because they replicate humans or whatever and think develop their own sentience.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that. I don't know what Detroit does with its idea, but Soma does it pretty well. There's a lot of moral quandaries.
Implications, yeah.
You have just the idea. It's like this thing. It may not be human, but it has the memories and the thoughts patterns of a human. It may not have originated there, but it's like a photocopy of a human.
If it becomes
and
sentient,
it clearly understands it's a robot, and it can change past its original design. It's basically AI at that point, just AI.
Waiting.
Is it right to just kill that, even though it's basically a human?
Go on, dear.
It's like,
More than ready.
yes, kill it.
Yes,
kill it.
Kill it.
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Bide with me a while now, dear.
Kill it with fire.
There was one part in Soma where your main character. So the whole concept of Soma is that like you're in the future after a long time has passed, and you are essentially a robot with your original. You were a human. Were a human. Your original mind wasn't a human, but then it got scanned, and then you woke up in a very weird place, thinking that you were still the guy, because to us it was like just a flash, and you're here now. But it's actually been like tons of years. You're not, and the person died a long time ago. You're just like a weird remnant of that person, I guess, if you want to call it a remnant. It's more like you're just a robot with the mind of this
You're
person.
a cephalon, basically,
So in your mind, you were a normal human, and then one day you were transported here into this weird world. You have no idea how you got to the future or whatever. And so the idea is that like, oh, when you copy someone's brain, it's not a transfer. It's literally you copy them.
Yeah.
And then the person that's made out of that is a copy of the original.
Right.
Not the original.
Not the original.
And
It's
so,
just a stamp.
Right. Halfway through the game, you have to change bodies. Because to get through a different part, because there's too much pressure, you'll die. Your body is not capable of standing pressure under the ocean or whatever. And so the person you're guiding you is like, okay, I need you to go get these parts for me so we can get you a new body so that we can move your brain over to it so we can get this. And the guy's like, got it, I'll do it. And so you do all the things to get it. And then you finally get there, and then the same thing happens. You get into a chair, and then the thing goes over your head, and then before you know it, you're in a new body. And then he gets out,
Geez, I'm getting
and then
what is going on?
before the main character can like comment, he hears a voice sounding like him, going, "What just happened? Nothing happened." And then it's immediately silenced. And then he goes, "What was that?" And then the lady's like, "Nothing, don't worry about it. Nothing, don't worry about it." And he's like, "That was me, wasn't it? Like, don't lie to me. That was me." It's like, listen, Simon. It's not. You know how this works. It's not. We can't transfer it. It's a copy." And then he gets really mad at her because it's like, you've made a copy of me without me consenting to it.
Rude.
And then it's like, well, we can't. We have to go. We can't just stay here forever. And you gotta decide if you're going. And he's like, well, he's asleep right now, but he'll wake up one day and he'll be alone in here forever with nobody to talk to. And he'll be just wandering around these halls, and there's a monster outside of it, so he can't leave. So he's just stuck here. And then you're just like, you could kill him if you want to. He's you up to this point. And then you get the choice of like just kill him or leave him. It's a very like it has no bearing on the plot whatsoever. It's mainly just a moral choice. It's very common in that game to have choices like that. Like, do you want to kill him? I mean, he's gonna sit here just immortal, basically. He can't die.
Have a bad time.
Yeah, so I just like that. I love that kind of thing. It's like existential horror.
I think you
like,
might be. I think you might find that kind of. Like I said, I think you might actually find that game interesting.
Very, very dark. I like it. Very dark.
Mining sequence complete.
I like that shit. It make you think. I'm like, whoa.
Make you have feelings.
make you think.
Oh my gosh, the leg!
Simon, they're just robots. We're robots. What the hell are you talking about?
Robots, where?
They're just robots. We're robots. Shut up. That game's pretty short. You could probably we could probably stream that game one day. That's a pretty good game. That game's fairly short. It's like maybe like a 4-hour game. I think it's like you're going through an old research center that like on the bottom of the ocean, like way into the future where the surface is not really safe anymore. They went to the water. Back to the water. Back to the water where it's safe. Return to the Genesis. Return to the ocean.
Return to the sea. Well, the most interesting thing about the human body is that, well, and most every animal body that, you know, lives on land is basically all we did is we took the ocean and we, like, locked it inside of us, and that's how we're alive, is, interesting little concept for you.
Something's alive in the ocean. It's me! Ha ha! You thought it was fish, but it was me, Dio.
Kind of goes back to the whole, like, everything came from the ocean deal.
Everyone I talk to, they're just like, man, talking to you, it eventually just devolves into some kind of, like, philosophical or psychological thing. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Not always.
Usually, that's how it works. I start off really silly, and I'm like, look at the silly thing, and I'm just like, you
It's
know,
a
you
nice,
think about
happy
that.
conversation, and then...
You know, the nature of the universe, your place in it, it's like,
existentialism.
not every day, no.
My existentialism for breakfast, yes.
I don't think about it every day.
Not every day.
Just occasionally. What am I doing? Where am I?
Okay, hopefully that's the only one of those that I have to do, because I really don't feel like...
Rez worries about me.
I know.
Whenever I go on my long tangents,
I know.
and then he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." I just think a lot.
It's just Jacob. He gets in his head and he does the thoughts.
I come to conclusions that I probably shouldn't tell people, but
I come to conclusions. That's it.
all not that's based in logic. Most times it's based in past experiences and emotions. There are logical ones, but there are ones that I'm just like, I don't like this thing. And it's like, yeah.
I don't like this. Yes,
I'm
aware.
I meant to mention, it's been happening a lot more lately. I keep having these experiences where, like, I feel like I've experienced something before. Like, something happens in front of me, and I recognize the events in my head. It's almost like a dream, almost like a dream state I get into where I'm like, this has happened before, and I'm like, I remember this happening, and then I remember that happening, and I remember something like this happening. Yeah, but it's not deja vu because, well, it might be, but
I think it's more you think about it a lot. Like you can be very critical of certain thoughts. So I guess eventually you're going to have the same patterns. I guess is what I'm saying.
I guess. You know? Well, it's more like it's not my thought process. It's more like I'll be watching a video, right, and then something will happen on the video. I'll be doing a task while the video is playing or something, and then I'll remember that something very, like, almost exactly similar happened some time else, and then I'll trace it to what I remember happening after that, and then it usually doesn't happen, and I'm like, that's weird. And usually what happens is it's like a stressful event. It's like something that caused stress, whether it be like being yelled at, I don't know, parental figure coming in, parental figure coming in and saying something to me that makes me upset. Usually, and I find a pattern in all the different time, and it's really just what causes me stress. I guess it's really just, it's never like, oh, what a nice sense. It's more like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I'm okay. Didn't happen this time. Okay. It's more like It's weird. It's strange.
You're having prepared
I don't know.
anxiety.
I guess I don't know. It's
That's kind of
like
I mean, you're
it's
basically
triggered
like
by
you're
deja vu. I
you're
guess It's
preparing
triggered by
yourself for the situation by like remembering what it was like, I suppose, and then
I suppose
you
kind of
are,
like PTSD, but I guess
yeah.
less like this is gonna hurt me more than it's like it's just mentally straining. It's like
No, I feel that.
I hate it.
It's the
I hate it
same.
when it happens.
It's kind of like, you know, how that one guy that we had, the wall man at
The wall man.
Godfathers.
I forgot
You
about
know,
the wall man.
That, like, I was wrecked like the whole day afterwards. Like, it was a weird little interaction, and I mean the confrontation didn't go bad, but it was just like it was awkward, and even though it was only like 2 minutes, it was mentally draining for like hours for me. You know, like it was.
I relive it in my brain, and I go.
Because I'm like, why was he acting like this? Was I being in the wrong? Like, was I the?
Am I the dick? I have the freedom to do what I want with my time.
I can have a conversation of what I want.
It wasn't even bad. It was like
Yeah, it was not.
It was like wasn't it like weaponry or something? Wasn't it like
we were talking about medieval?
if a
like, for
cannonball
example, I
could
think it was
penetrate
it was a
somebody?
cannonball going through somebody is what he was.
We didn't say it as mean as that. We were just talking. We were talking.
We were
science
talking like
more
the scientific aspect of it, and the guy was like, "Have
This
you
is a
ever
family.
experienced anything like that?" Starting off like having some weird. I don't know. I guess he thought that we were
argument from authority. I guess. Have
Yeah.
you got a cannonball into your chest? Then be quiet.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, "Sir, have you ever experienced any?" And he was kind of pulling the whole like aspect of like we were younger, not younger, like, you know, 30s for me, and
I was younger.
it's been a couple years ago now. Either way, but it was the interaction was just really wonky because he.
Not a good reaction out of something that's not that big a deal. It just felt
Yeah,
weird.
and it was.
If he would have been more polite about it, been like, "Hey, excuse me, we're trying to eat. Please don't talk about that." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
But
I
it
get
wasn't
But
like
he was,
that. It was like
he was so in our face about it. It was,
and
it was
like
what do I do?
our subject was the problem. Like he was like you don't understand what y'all are even talking about. And of course, looking at us, you would probably think that is very fairly true.
We
But
look
me
like,
and Zach have both been in the military, like, and I actually I went through SEER, and my point is we've had our share of experiences that I don't know. It was a whole really weird. That guy was
Not me. I just like discussing mortality.
because I mean all we were talking about it literally was just like
The
cannons
history
used
of
to
weapons.
you know the cannons
History
like
of weapons.
the reason they were so dangerous is because they would wipe out all the like everything, and I'm pretty sure like that is the statement that we were literally making, and he was like, and we
Just
were
like
at a
with-
buffet at a table away from this dude, and he just comes up to us and he's like, yeah.
Just
Wow.
like with the strike, more educational than necessarily like inappropriate. It's just like we were just talking about the history of weapons. It's like it'd be like somebody talking about history. It's like it's cruel sometimes. It's not pleasant, but it's like it's facts.
If you
Like,
ignore history, you are doomed to repeat it.
it's Winston Churchill. Look where he is now, dead. Looks like he didn't
make
know
it.
He didn't know jack about nothing. Well, I guess he didn't die twice, so I guess he didn't repeat it.
Actually, didn't he
You
have a
win
heart
this
attack?
round. You win this round, Churchill. With one day.
I think Churchill
I don't
survived
know.
dying once. I think he actually like had a heart attack, and
He told his men, it's like, one day this will happen again, but I won't survive. Please tell everyone that I did my best.
Churchill with his cigars and his brandy.
I told his that his name was Churchill, and I was like, Church? Hill?
Rotten.
Church on a Hill?
Have you ever seen The Producers?
No.
Such a good movie. A classic, some would say.
Or a certified hood classic.
Oh my gosh,
The
leg!
the hood wouldn't like it. Too intellectual for them to understand.
Whoa! Car hoods. Car hoods.
Did that sound a little? Is that
Car hoods,
condescending?
car hoods,
A
vehicles.
little condescending. Vehicles. Nah, the Namek block. There was a
Dynamic block.
there was a Dragon Ball Z like a bridge that I had watched. It was amazing, but it's not appropriate at all.
I can tell from.
They call it Namek block. Namek block.
I can tell.
The N word is thrown around so much. So much. It's not quotable on Lon's live stream. So funny. It's so funny. I love it.
Jesus has left the chat.
I'm sure they won't forget.
He's entered. He's like,
I have somebody on my
tell
team
me
with
more
the name,
about this Namek block. Tell me
I have
more
somebody
about
on
the Namek.
on my team with the name Piggle Venus.
Please proceed with extraction.
Clever man.
Call this a purifier.
Clever
Once
man.
powered up, it establishes
Clever
a
girl.
hotline to its local fauna in order to extract data.
I don't know. So the way the abridged is, he basically that makes it funny because he doesn't voice the characters. They're all what's he call it? AI. Like they're all AI.
Oh,
voice.
gotcha, yeah.
So it makes it even funnier hearing
Like
the
the
voice
robotic,
actor.
yeah.
he's saying these words. Little Dende saying the N word. It's so funny. Talking about his Namek hood or whatever.
Is it like good AI or is it like very
It's-
robotic AI?
It's passable. It's passable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's passable.
You could
It's gotten a
accept
lot better. It's gotten a lot better. You can still tell it's fake because it's like it has like a weird, like it doesn't make the right intonations in the voice, but sometimes it really hits. You're like, oh, that was good. That was a good line. It was a good read. Good job. Good read. AI, it can be wooden at times. You gotta kind of push it.
If I can hit the right button, I will be. Smash, smash, smash.
Naruto's or Gohan sounds kind of like Naruto though. It's kind of funny.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure it's playing voice actor, but it sounds like Naruto when he talks. It's funny. Imagine Naruto talking.
Is this thing not going? I don't think this thing's going.
Thing on. This thing on. Hello. This thing
Hello?
on. Hi.
Hello?
Hi, Kevin. Doesn't that hurt you? Do you want it to hurt me, Kevin?
Kevin!
Do you want it to hurt me, Kevin?
Not Kev, man.
I'll never get over how that show is allowed to air with that line in it.
Yeah.
I guess at the time it was more like a why would you want to hurt yourself, and now it's like oh no. It's funny because he wouldn't do it, right? That's why it's funny, right?
Right?
Who would punch himself in the? Who would hurt themselves on purpose for someone they like? Oh no.
Oh, I'm stuck. I'm under a root.
And then the event happened that was not very fun.
What event?
I don't know if I should say it or not. I will not.
Ah.
Related to
Probably
Slender
not.
Man.
It's related to what?
Slender Man. The reason why he kind of became less popular. An event transpired in which people took it a little too far.
With
And
Slender
people-
Man?
Yeah, and people got hurt.
What is this?
There was some girl who.
Okay, first off, when you give me the version, make sure it's,
I'm not gonna say any bad words
Okay.
or anything. some girl who's really into Slender Man had invited a few friends out to the woods.
Oh yes, I do remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Remember this? Yeah, and the victim got stabbed, I think 14 times.
Yeah, no, that girl was just
Survived.
crazy. Yeah.
And then survived, man. And I
Yeah.
was like, dang. That's impressive you survived, but also terrible that it happened to you. And so Slenderman got a little less popular on the forums after that. I was like, took it too far.
Sweep is complete. Assimilating captured data.
Said she did it for Slenderman. I don't really know. I'm guessing that she was just mentally,
Yeah. Some
what's the
people,
word?
you know, just
Mentally
they have a
troubled.
hard time dissociating reality and fiction,
Fantasy.
especially at those ages. And you know, some people are just very mentally unstable, and we kind of have created a culture where
It's funny to be emotionally unstable
It's
and mentally unstable.
It's popular to be like
I'm so
unstable
quirky,
and
guys.
have like some kind of condition. It's and I feel like that's caused some of that kind of stuff.
Probably not a good thing to really lean
Same
into.
thing as you know, Reddit having like a lot of people. You go on Reddit and stuff, and there are some places that you can get information on Reddit, but like there's a lot of places that are just echo chambers that like it's like if you go into the conservative chat and ask why people don't like, you know, Democrats, or if you did the same,
insert Democrat here.
like, yeah, it's just basically,
You know what they want to do to our country, and then it's like, oh boy, here we go, here we go.
it's basically just, you know, like people, people suck.
Generally, yes.
Just call it what it is.
I have found that I suck also.
I
We all
do.
suck.
I do.
I've found that I have negative emotional reactions whenever somebody else doesn't agree with me, and I go, "That's not good. I gotta stop that."
No, it's okay.
People are allowed to disagree, but for some reason, whenever someone disagrees with me, I think it's more like an attack, and I'm like, "Stop! Don't think about it that way. Don't think about it that way."
We've gotten better about that. Uh-oh, hold up. Am I having...
I mean, I'm not what? Oh no, I'm not nearly as bad as like I used to be because I've grown and I've like kind of matured a little bit.
Jacob,
but
they won't sell me the stuff, Jacob.
no,
I want the stuff.
I've also like I've tried so hard to rationalize what I like and dislike so much that I almost like doubt that I doubt
And see, that's
myself
what
a
I
lot.
worry about. Like, and it's not like a bad thing. Like, it's not bad to question if you like something or not. But like,
I just want to know why I like things. Is really what I want to get down to the degree details, and I'm like, maybe it's not worth it to dig so deep that you started doubting yourself because everything doesn't align with it.
Maybe just be like, there are some things
I
I can like.
I'm looking for consistency in human nature, and I won't find it.
Yeah, you'll never find that now. You are
I'll
a
find a
constant
trend, but not
you are
consistency.
constantly a changing amalgam of chemical reactions. Every thought you have is just like millions of little chemical reactions going on to give you thought. Those same reactions aren't going to be the same every day, you know? So your thought processes one day aren't going to be the same as they are the next day, probably.
We're all ships of Theseus,
Yes. Literally.
slowly changing.
And if you want to talk about that,
than
like,
the original,
you are not your original. Like you are 100% not. You have parts that have like you don't even have parts at our age. We don't even have parts that are from our original like
all its
conception.
memories.
I'm pretty positive on that. I mean, I could be wrong, and there'd be like a few cells in there that are like
probably near
super
our
old.
core, probably like in our organ somewhere near our core.
Even neural brain, like the idea that brain cells don't regrow, things like that's just completely ridiculous. Your neural plasticity is insane. It can change you, absolutely, but like, yeah.
It can change you. I change you.
I changed my pants.
And that's why I think the worst way to die either is dementia or going through like a vegetable I don't know what to call it, like
no.
brain death,
Worst
I
would
guess.
worst to me is drowning, like hands down.
Okay. Well, I'm saying that because you slowly break down until you don't even know who you are anymore or where you are.
Yeah, but think about the panic. Think about the panic you have in a.
The panic is gonna last for like 2 minutes tops. Don't
But
worry, you're
that's
okay.
an excruciating 2 minutes, man.
Excruciating 2 minutes versus.
Your body is just panicking, and you know the feeling I'm talking
Getting your
about.
loved ones.
You go a little bit too deep in the pool, and you didn't have enough air. You're only a foot away from the surface, but you just start freaking out because you're like, I'm gonna die!
I'm not saying it's a pleasant way to die. Definitely is one of the worst, but in terms of
Definitely not fun times. Not happy gun fun times.
also the idea of dying with dignity, or not dying with dignity, dying like on your own terms, I guess. You don't get the satisfaction at all with that kind of like.
I feel like
brain death.
most any death, you're not going to get that kind of satisfaction though. Like,
well, I'm not saying it's like, oh, I choose. It's more like, well, if you're on a deathbed sick and you have cancer or whatever. I'm not saying cancer is great. I'm just saying like the idea is that you could die fully as yourself and you wouldn't have to worry about forgetting your memories or breaking down slowly until you're unable to do really anything. And then you don't even know when the end's coming, because by the time that the end's coming, you're not there anymore. Like, not really. And that's like one of the most horrifying things I can think of, is like,
it's fair.
just not being, you're not even like, I don't even know if you're even conscious anymore, but you just become like a jellyfish, I guess is the best way I can think. Like, you're just reacting. Nothing's going, no thoughts are happening in your head. It's static in there.
I'm just static.
And then the process of getting to that point is like, must be just the worst, because you not only are you probably know it's happening, and you probably remind yourself, oh, it's going to happen, but you're also just slowly forgetting everything. Like, imagine someone going into your brain, taking all your good memories out one by one every day, and so you have less reason to live anymore. That's horrifying. That's Eldritch Abominations levels of death right there.
Yes. Okay, well, I think we're going to call it for now.
Meanwhile, look at Warframe, guys. Funny
Enough
Warframe.
existentialism for the morning. We'll be back here in probably around close to dinner time, and we'll be doing Deltarune?
Sure.
Okie dokie. That sounds good. Which Jacob said he has to run to the store, so it might be a little bit later. It just depends. So, I'll let y'all. We'll keep y'all in. We'll let y'all know. Or we'll just get on, which is more than likely.
If we're on, then you come. If we're not on, you don't come. This is very simple. This is a very simple system we got working here. Don't mess it up. With planning.
We'll see y'all next time. We're here in a few hours.